It has the actual sound effects from the show. Awesome.
Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn.
The battle of spunky teens with oversized gardening tools. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I remember when Mama Boomstick read me bedtime fairy tales. Stories of heroes and warnings about eating those little berries and quicksand. So much quicksand.
Yet in the world of Remnant, fairy tales are real. Here, huntresses do battle with monstrous Grimm, and there was nothing more exciting than that to Ruby Rose.
Daughter to the world-renowned huntress, Summer, who disappeared. Little Red really wanted nothing more than to be a huntress.
Her dedication paid off. Admitted
Official
into Beacon Academy
VTuber.
2 years ahead of premier school for huntsmen and huntresses, Ruby clearly showed prodigious talent.
Not just that, she's got the weapon geek gene just like yours truly. Ruby doesn't leave home without her trusty Crescent Rose. It may look like a high-tech sight, and it is, but it's also a gun. Ruby made Crescent Rose herself. It's like a dance between Grim Reaper's Choice and a bolt-action sniper rifle.
A dance is fitting, as huntsmen are locked in a never-ending waltz in their battle with the Grimm.
Crescent Rose can switch between sniper and sight at the press of a button. Ruby's an old hand at flinging and moving it exactly how she wants, despite it being, like, bigger than she is. How does she do it with those noodle arms? The girl can't even throw a punch.
Well, she might not need to, given the strength of her aura. All living beings in Remnant have an aura, except dark creatures like Grimm, though not all of them can utilize it in combat without extensive training. See, aura forms a barrier that blocks fatal blows and even heals wounds.
It can make weapons stronger too. When Ruby slaps a cartridge of dust into Crescent Rose, her aura lights up nature's wrath in man's hand.
Dramatic, but accurate. This dust represents the base elements of the world. Fire, electricity, ice, wind, anti-gravity. Doesn't that last one count?
Roll of cool, Wiz. She's got the eyes of a hawk, and when she shoots you with dust, a bullet wound's the last thing you'll be worried about. With enough of a boost, ice dust can freeze over whole mechs, and she can power up her kicks to crater military-grade steel.
A person's aura may be limited, but Ruby can keep track of hers with this handy health bar on her not smartphone.
Ruby blasted through Huntress classes with
Yeah,
flying
they're called
colors. Almost right away, she
scrolls.
was appointed the leader of her own group, with White Steve, Flake Belladonna, and Big Sis Yang Xiaolong. Oh, I get it. Team Ruby.
But Ruby's hope for many years of learning with her friends would be dashed as evil machinations spread like wildfire. And with a flash of silver light, Beacon had fallen.
Ruby's friends? Dead. Her school? Totally wrecked. Her sister? Disarmed. All because of a lover spat that went way too far.
Salem saw the world divided, and it was time to say goodbye to any happily ever after.
But Ruby wouldn't give up like that, so she set off to change the world.
Even as Crescent Rose began to feel heavier and heavier. Could she really save the world like her fairy tale heroes? All she did is what she's always done, and never stopped moving forward.
Because Crescent Rose wasn't the only thing she needed. She had to improve her semblance, too.
Right. While aura is essentially the manifestation of one's soul, the semblance is an expression of their personality.
Basically, it's a superpower farmed by aura. And Ruby's got super speed. Or a teleport. What is she doing exactly?
Close.
Petal burst.
This is Petal Burst, a mixture of speed, teleportation, and intangibility. Ruby can rocket from one point to another in milliseconds.
By literally bursting into petals.
Sort of. According to Best Robo Girl Penny, Ruby's semblance is extremely complex and variable. It involves breaking her body down to its molecular components before zooming off in complex paths, negating the laws of mass entirely.
AKA Super Speed Plus. And Nora's best girl. Ruby's petal burst is so quick she can make flying missiles look completely
Nora's
still.
best girl.
Good luck tagging her with a bullet. Or a breadstick.
She's certainly quick enough to give Emerald and Mercury a hard time, and they've dodged actual lightning.
She's faster than Blake, who could keep up with the most cringe faunus of all, Adam Taurus.
Well, he did draw his sword fast enough to parry an actual particle beam. In real life, such a beam is created by accelerating charged particles to just under light speed.
So, that's impressive.
With such a powerful ability, Ruby could safely shine her smile for years, even as she carried the fate of Remnant across the world. To her friends, she was a beacon of hope.
Well, yeah, because she's got one more superpower. Her silver eyes.
eyes.
Just like her mom, Ruby inherited them from the god of light as a weapon against negative anti-life energy, like the evil goop Grim spawned from. Just a wink and blam! Sayonara, Dragon of Darkness!
But Ruby's skills didn't falter after her time at Beacon. As she journeyed across Remnant, she leveled up to compete with all sorts of powerful magic and mechanized foes. Her team could even match the Ace Ops, an elite squad of longtime professional huntsmen.
Yep.
Including Harriet, whose super speed semblance was totally outclassed by Petal Burst. And Vine, whose aura was strong enough to contain a bomb that was about to decimate the whole city of Mantle. Man, these are some pretty powerful auras.
Though it's important to remember, Ruby is only 17 years old. The weight of being a leader, a savior, and a huntress like her mother would get heavier and heavier and heavier.
She got over it. Look at her go!
Taking Crescent Rose firmly in hand and sending a message of unity to the rest of the world. Ruby had finally left the fairy tale behind, taking one more step toward the day we've waited for.
Aw.
Today's battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
We all make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, making the right choice can get you paid.
And hey, football season is just kicking off right now, so it's the perfect time to jump in and join the hype.
It's easy to play, just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Simple as that.
Let's see, I got more on Barkley for those rushing TDs, more on Jones on those passes, but Allen, 234
I binge
yards?
watched the entirety of Ruby for this, guys.
Sorry, Bills.
Prize Picks puts
I was going to
users
eventually,
first, so
but
withdrawals
yeah.
are fast, safe, and secure. And if one of your players leaves the game
I watched
for
the whole
good, they
series,
offer
Ruby
injury
Chibi,
waivers
Ruby
to
Ice
save you
Queendom,
from some
and the
real
DC
bad luck.
crossover movies.
That's a lifesaver.
Download the app today and use code DEATH to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup.
That's code DEATH to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Yes, it is.
A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body.
But all the unjust, evil souls of this world are on the Disney Fast Pass to becoming a Kishin.
Destructive gods mutated from good-natured souls. A Kishin could plunge the world into chaos and madness. If only someone could stop them.
Bing bong, it's the DWMA. Welcome to Death Weapon Meister Academy, where death rules. Literally, his name is Death.
Here, Lord Death tasks humans to become spiritually talented meisters of demon weapons.
AKA people who are also a weapon. No, really, they transform into weapons. Guns, ninja stars, hammers, you name it. A Meister weapon pair kills and consumes lost souls to keep the Kishin away. Jack the Ripper? More like Jack the Fraud.
And so, the demon weapon Soul was paired with the dutiful rising star, Maka Albarn.
Talk about your classic teacher's pet. The kind of girl who leaves an apple on the desk and goes,
She's only
"Teacher,
13?
You forgot to give us homework."
Okay.
And then we jump them.
As if Soul's any better, a weapon who's too concerned with being
Alrighty
cool
then.
to do any real work.
Hey, Soul's not just any demon weapon. He's a sight. And he's got his sights on upgrading to the highest level of Death Sight.
Which would be a high honor. Lucky for Soul, Maka always aims high.
With that common goal, Maka and Soul formed the Dream Team. All they needed was 99 Kishin eggs and the soul of a witch. Easy, right?
Maybe, since Maka is extraordinarily perceptive at spotting and examining souls. She can detect spiritual presences from millions of yards away, and can discern its nature, stability, and emotions.
Time for class then. The two trained hard, but their styles kinda weird. Okay, so Maka guides Soul in the direction she wants to go, but Soul, the sight, does all the actual movements himself. Maka's the Meister, Soul's the
Alright,
weapon.
Like conductor and instrumentalist, a Meister weapon pair cannot work in harmony without total cooperation.
Too bad their teamwork sucked. They fumbled the easiest chance for Death Sight status. F-.
Maka just could not get in tune with Soul's wavelength. She was skilled, sure, more skilled than most.
Keyword, most. There were plenty of rivals showing her up, like Blackstar and Tsubaki.
Really puts a damper on the straight A's when this show-off is doing better than you.
It was up to Maka and Soul to improve their teamwork through Soul Resonance.
What I said about wavelength wasn't metaphorical. Rather, wavelengths are the means with which Meister and weapon draw strength through each other. Think of two wavelengths as different emotional amplitudes that must merge at one alignment.
If the Meister's the guitar and the weapon's the amp, then they create a feedback loop to increase its frequency. That's Soul Resonance.
Soul resonance creates a telepathic link and surges their strength and speed.
And preps them for cool psych moves like the Witch Hunt Slash, a big energy strike that puts the L in evil.
As the name implies, it works especially well against witches and other evil creatures. It's not exclusive or anything.
It's actually really deadly against evil because of Maka's rare anti-demon wavelengths. Basically, being a goody little two-shoes gets her the power of purity or whatever.
Maka and Soul were becoming a synchronized unit, though one would sometimes need to rein in the other's idiotic habits.
And the other guys gotta stop their annoying overthinking, Wiz.
But everything changed after a, unique encounter with Krona, which nearly killed Soul.
Now, Soul
I know
had
who
an
that
ogre
is.
pal in his
I've seen
head,
her
waiting
before.
for him to
Or
swing
him.
on over and play the
Boy or
piano.
girl.
Yep, Soul got infected with black blood.
Black
Yeah,
blood was
they fought
specially
Venom.
brewed as a weaponizable blood. It hardens and strengthens its user's body, inside and out, increasing their physical ability. They can even block blades with their bare skin.
Too bad it comes with a little side effect of madness with a capital M.
A force
Ew.
of fear and sadness all living things possess, which threatens to ruin the world.
So it was kind of a big deal that Maka was bummed by how she got sold in a jam. But thanks to Soul, she got over it and even welcomed in their new little ogre buddy.
Now when Soul plays his grand piano, their soul resonance sings even louder through the black blood.
Giving Maka all the perks of black blood too, even the crazy parts. Bet you didn't expect that, Crota.
But evil saw their plans through. The Kishin Asura had arrived. Madness was
Asura.
spreading everywhere.
So Maka and Soul had to lock in and upgrade their witch hunt to the even stronger demon hunt slash. They went on even more missions to reach souls with classmates like Blackstar, and that guy outran his own shadow.
Perhaps the most obvious evidence ever of faster than light speeds, and Maka could finally keep up with him.
Pair that with her fight with the demon tool Gopher, who can obliterate whole mountains, and you've got one hell of an ass kicker.
And yet, Maka's relationship with Soul still faltered. Soul was the real star here. Even other Meisters were trying to take him as a weapon, away from Maka.
I mean, he literally moves himself, so Maka couldn't help but wonder if she was holding him back all along.
Oh.
But Soul said the truth. In all of their missions, their teamwork was the key to their victory. An orchestral performance is only as good as the one conducting. And so, their wavelengths played in harmony, and Maka donned a dress of black blood.
It's an armor, literally made of blood, and it lets Maka fly around and shoot out her soul as an epic sound wave. So freaking metal!
At the same time, Soul discovered he could hack souls and directly transmit Maka's anti-demon wavelengths, basically shutting their enemy completely down through Soul Adagio.
And they finally achieved Death Sight! The dream's here, baby!
So when Krona's own black blood reached its final stage, Maka and Soul flew to the moon. A moon small and unassuming, but so dense it has the same mass as the planet itself. The very world's sanity was at stake.
Krona might have gone insane, but Maka still reached out to their new friend Soul until the Kishin showed up to ruin everything. Come on, Asura, they're having a moment here. Timing, bro.
In what would be Maka's
Asura.
final exam, Maka, Soul, and all of their friends faced off against the Kishin.
And she passed. A+. Maka pulled her weight and perfected her teamwork
Right,
with
of
Soul.
course.
Their wavelengths were pitch perfect.
Asura did everything he could to separate them, crater them into the moon, punch holes in Maka's chest, tamper their souls with madness, and each time they successfully realigned their wavelengths.
Until they kicked his ass with one final upgrade. The Kishin Hunt Slash. Maka Chop! Now that's what I call absolute cinema.
Because a sound
Oh, I
soul
love that
dwells
picture.
within a sound mind and body. So should you feel overwhelmed by evil's roars,
Absolute
just
cinema.
write 42 42 564 whenever you want to knock on death's door. Congratulations to us!
Wiz,
Yeah, this is your
ego
200th
showing.
episode.
And why not? This death battle is episode 200.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's a big deal.
It's your
So we've
200th
got a big
episode.
discount on our website to celebrate.
Oh, that's sick. You say Danger merch.
www.deathbattle.gg.
Ooh, I'm gonna get
Website
that.
members already get awesome
It's
deals
the screenshot
like
from
exclusive
Spider-Man
Death
vs.
Battle
Deku.
merch, the whole episode archive, including episodes not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. And And if you sign up today, you can use our code PB200 to get 20% off.
You can only grab this discount in the next 2 weeks, so use code DB200.
I honestly don't know who's gonna win now, guys. I think Maka might take it, but I'm still rooting for
Where
Ruby.
else are you gonna find such absolute
Won't be
cinema?
surprised if Maka
No,
wins, though.
really, we made an absolute cinema desk mat that's on the store. Cool as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it is.
All right, the combatants are set,
It'll be
and
cheating.
we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a side battle!
I knew he'd say something like that.
Okay, it's official. This is so not cool.
Oh, come on, Soul. Our target should be here, so try helping out. Hi! Who are you looking for?
You.
Little Red Riding Hood, your humanity has strayed from its just path, and the Shade Family has conquered. Your boyfriend turns into a scythe on your soul is ours!
Ooh, I love this music. I love this music and the animation. I like my soul, thanks. I love this music and this animation, guys.
Won't lie, Red. Your moves are sick, but too slow for my Meister.
You haven't seen anything yet.
He can still talk while he's in his scythe form. Okay.
But we can handle it.
Let's go, stop regiments!
Damn.
Stop hitting me!
Huh. Damn.
Get back here! Soul, hurry!
The black girl.
Interesting. Her soul forms a barrier. Try helping out.
Relax.
Oh, cool. Her scythe is a piano.
Sorry, but I'll never stop fighting. I'm Ruby Rose, and I am Electrix!
So, Adagio.
Uh-oh.
Ruby!
Wait. Damn it, she's... Stay strong, Maka! You got this!
A simple, honest soul. Ruby Rose, huh?
Hey-o! Rest in peace, Ruby. But hey, it's not often you get to see scythe-on-scythe action like that.
Let's break this down with the 4 categories that best represent this matchup. First, strength.
Or supercharged Ruby's strength way higher than you think, like kicking this grim through steel.
Like I
But
said, not
Maka's soul
surprised.
residents could match Gopher, who destroyed mountains.
Now, Team Ruby did defeat Vine, whose aura contained a bomb that could have wiped out a city.
Adding up their flight speed and how far Harriet said they'd have to fly to avoid the blast, that's a 366 kiloton bomb.
It's possible Ruby's own aura possesses a similar level of, say, energy strength, though her semblance obviously can't replicate what Vine did.
Hey, Black Blood Maka got blasted by Asura into the moon. Yeah, it's small, but its mass is the same as Earth's, right?
Putting Asura strikes at 2 quadrillion tons of TNT, over 5 billion times higher than Vine.
So, Maka
Yeah.
takes strength, but speed wasn't as clear-cut. Ruby's
Ruby
a fast
takes
little
that.
gal. Maka kept up with Blackstar, faster than Shadows and whatnot. But as they improved their skills, Ruby and her friends can outspeed Atom.
Who blocked a particle beam. Though given the distance and time to react, Atom moved about 42% the speed of light. Not quite faster than your own shadow territory. Still, Ruby's petal burst has become far faster than this over time, and clearly gives more than a 2-time speed increase on top of that 42%, making her well past light speed.
Definitely enough to take on Harriet, who was all about speed. Angry speed.
This isn't to say Maka couldn't keep up thanks to Soul Resonance, but Petal Burst makes this comparison close enough to call it a tie.
Oh, a tie.
And their speed
Okay.
would be key to winning in skill.
Come on, Wiz. Call it what it really is. It's Scythery.
That's not a word.
Maka's Scythery was
Scythery.
pretty good, but Soul does all the movement for her. As a Meister, she was mostly a guide.
It's easy to assume that Ruby's, Scythery was superior. She's entirely self-sufficient at dancing with her weapon.
Soul's own control is still a factor here, but it doesn't change that Ruby's been swinging that thing for way longer than Maka. Ruby's got Scythery in the bag.
Perhaps
Yep.
this edge would be enough for Ruby to avoid Maka's far greater strength if she had the better powers.
So, Aura's really cool. Barriers, healing, superpowers, and so on. But it's got one big weakness.
It is a finite resource that is required for all of Ruby's powers.
Petal Burst, activating dust, even powering up Crescent Rose takes juice and some aura. Once it's gone, Ruby's totally vulnerable.
And there's a second key factor regarding aura. It is specifically a manifestation of Ruby's soul.
And Maka's powers are all about taking on souls. Maka had lots of ways to break through Ruby's aura, like Soul Adagio.
And since Maka is exceptionally gifted at examining souls, she could definitely figure out how aura works.
But, plot
Yeah.
twist, what about Ruby's silver eyes? Her anti-Grim eye beams? Turns out, they were actually her best secret weapon.
The negative power of Grim is quite similar to Madness wavelengths, which power Black Blood. Since anti-demon wavelengths can cancel out Black Blood, the silver eyes should achieve a similar effect.
But Maka and Soul's whole story is about reaching that perfect soul resonance. Asura tried every way in the book and more to separate their wavelengths.
You put up
and
a great
failed.
fight,
And we already
Ruby.
talked about how much stronger he is than Ruby. Maka takes powers, because when she rose to the occasion, Ruby didn't stand a semblance of a chance and bit the
Alright.
dust.
The
Let's see
winners
who's next.
are Maka Albarn and Soul Evans.
Wait, his name is Soul Evans?
That is sick.
Next time on Death Battle.
Subscribe and join
Blade
us members
versus
to see
Buffy?
more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
You're welcome. Aww. Alright guys, so that was Ruby Rose versus Maka Albarn, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode, guys. Like, even though Ruby didn't win, I still really enjoyed the episode. Like, the animation, the voice acting, the music, everything was just awesome. Lindsay Jones did such a good job playing Ruby, as she always does. Yeah, I am bummed that Ruby didn't win because I binge watched the Ruby series before watching this battle. So yeah, I am bummed about that. But I kind of knew Maka would take it, even though I haven't seen Soul Eater yet. But after this battle, I'm definitely gonna watch it because Maka and Soul are awesome. Like the banter between them, the teamwork, and like yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it after this episode. And like yeah, and the tribute to Monty at the end of the battle, it said "Thank you, Monty." If you guys don't know, Monty Ohm. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. He created the Ruby series, and he passed away back in 2015. Like, back when Ruby was still, like, it was on season 2 or 3 then, I think. Because it started in 2013. But, yeah. I'm excited for season 10 or volume 10 of Ruby, guys. Like, it's probably not going to be out for another 1 or 2, maybe 3 years, but I'll watch it when it does come out. And, yeah. And like I said, I really enjoyed this battle. Like I said, the animation, voice acting, the music track, it was all awesome. Like, you know, chef's kiss. And like, congratulations to Death Battle for making it to episode 200. This is their 200th episode, guys. I'm like, yeah, here's to 200 episodes and many more, everyone. And next time on Death Battle, we have Blade versus Buffy. Marvel versus Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I guess. I don't know what series she's from. I do know who Blade is, but I don't really know Buffy like that. And like, I don't really know Blade like that either. I've just heard of him. I don't know like what all he's done, but I do know him. I've seen him in like, I played as him in Marvel Contest of Champions, and I played against him in that game too. And he's in the new Marvel Zombie series that's coming out Wednesday. But he's actually a variant of Moon Knight in that series. So yeah. But anyways, I'm getting a little off topic here, guys. Like, Like I said, I really enjoyed this battle, even though I wanted Ruby to win and she didn't. I'm glad her death wasn't too brutal. She got chopped in half, but I'm glad there wasn't like any blood or guts or anything. And that shot of Crescent Rose landing in the background and with the moon, that was just awesome, guys. And like the scene where Maka and Soul were like they had Ruby's Maka was holding Ruby's soul in her hands and she said, "A simple, honest soul." Ruby Rose, huh? It reminded me of the episode of the end of Spider-Man versus Deku, where Deku was like, "Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate." Like, yeah. I did listen to Remnants of the Soul before watching this battle, guys. And that was a really good music track. But Death in Bloom was awesome too. I just got done listening to it. But yeah. Anyways, guys, who did you want to win the battle? And did you enjoy the battle? Who did you want to win? Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, if there's nothing else, that's going to wrap it up for today's reaction, guys. So yeah, I will be reacting to the next episode of Death Battle when it comes out. And now that we know the next episode, and I think Blade vs. Buffy is going to be the live action one, guys. I just saw a community post and someone said it's going to be the live action one. Was not expecting that, but yeah, it's fine. So after this episode, we only have Gru versus Megamind and Ash versus Yugi coming out. If they're still doing those episodes this season, I'm not for sure. I hope they do Gru versus Megamind next. Save Ash versus Yugi for last. I'm so excited for that one, guys. I hope Ash wins. I hope Gru wins his fight too. But yeah. Anyways, guys, like I said, like I said, did you guys enjoy this death battle episode? Like, yeah, did you enjoy the episode, guys? Let me know down in the comments below. Who did you want to win? What was your favorite part of the episode? Let me know down in the comments below. And if there's nothing else, that's going to wrap it up for today's reaction, guys. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to all four of my channels. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. This is Reaction Z50. Oh, before, one more thing. Now that Ruby lost her death battle, the Ruby series is 2 for 2 on death battle, because Yang and Blake won their death battles, and Ruby and Weiss lost theirs. So 2 wins, 2 losses. And who knows, Ruby might come back in the future. She has other matchups she could have. Like I saw one hitting her against Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man specifically. And like, yeah. Like next time, like I said, next time is Blade versus Buffy, and it's gonna be the Halloween episode because it's gonna be released around Halloween. But yeah, honestly, that's not what I was expecting for the Halloween episode. I was expecting something like Freddy Krueger versus Pennywise, or Jack Skellington versus the Grinch, or hell, even maybe Sans versus the Judge. I don't know, but I'm still glad we're getting it because I saw that match recently. I was like, it'd be cool if Death Battle did that one, Blade versus Buffy. But yeah. Anyways, guys, like I said, if you enjoyed this episode of Death Battle, and if you enjoyed my reaction video, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And who did you want to win? Who did you want to win the battle? Which series do you like more, Ruby or Soul Eater? Let me know down in the comments below. And if there's nothing else, that's gonna wrap it up for today's reaction, guys. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to all four of my channels, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And here's to 200 episodes of Death Battle and many more. Anyways, guys, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. This is Reaction Z50 signing out. Peace out, everyone.